Get on it.
That's not what you think it is.
Oh? Then what is it?
Did somebody open a Bud Light?
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light.
I think making hard decisions, codifying this restlessness, and finding a way to connect to what makes you tick and your joy, and then being purposeful about it, that was the thing that was like electrifying to me.
In the realm of beer, few names resonate as strongly as Bud Light. Born from the rich heritage of Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light has become an iconic brand, adored by beer fanatics worldwide. The story begins with Eberhard Anheuser, a German immigrant who emigrated to Missouri in 1843. Eberhard was a soap maker and natural businessman who would go on to own the largest soap and candle company in St. Louis. Despite having no brewing experience, Eberhard made use of his capital and became a major creditor of Bavarian, a brewery founded in 1853. When it encountered financial difficulty in 1860, Eberhard bought out the other investors and changed the name to E. Anheuser & Co. In the shadows, another pioneer in the brewing industry was hard at work. His name was Adolphus Busch. Adolphus was also a German immigrant. He was born just before 1840 as the second youngest of 22 children. At age 18, he made his way to St. Louis to work as a clerk on the riverfront. He was very successful and had a partnership in a brewing supply business 3 years later. It was through business that Adolphus and Eberhard would meet. In 1861, Adolphus married the daughter of Eberhard Anheuser. Adolphus soon began working under Eberhard at E. Anheuser & Co., and later purchased half of the brewery. During this time, most beer in the United States was sold and consumed locally in the community where it was brewed. There was no national brand that appealed to people across the US, and Adolphus was determined to change that, so in 1876, he created Budweiser. Adolphus strategically expanded Budweiser's reach by investing in transportation and developed an extensive distribution network. This allowed them to reach consumers in remote locations, gaining a competitive advantage over smaller breweries. Although Adolphus was a leader in the technicals of the brewing industry, he was also a master of advertising. He obliterated competitors with traditional and proven marketing methods, getting more results with less spend, and pioneered the use of giveaways and other promotions. In 1879, the company was renamed the Anheuser-Busch Brewing Association in order to recognize his efforts. Then in 1880, Eberhard Anheuser had a heart attack and died, causing Adolphus to work even harder as the new president of the company. Throughout the 1880s, the Anheuser-Busch Brewery was turned into a popular destination by offering tours to the public. It was yet another innovative way to acquire customers. The brand was exponentially growing, reaching 1 million barrels of beer sold for the first time in 1901, making it one of the nation's leading breweries. In 1913, Adolphus passed away, leaving behind an estate of $60 million, estimated at around $1.9 billion adjusted for inflation. As consumer tastes evolved and the demand for lighter, more refreshing beers grew, Anheuser-Busch recognized the need to create a product that catered to this emerging segment. In 1982, Bud Light was born, introducing a new era of light beer that would captivate the market. The brand's distinct recipe, combining superior ingredients with a crisp, smooth taste, set it apart from competitors and laid the foundation for its unrivaled success. Due to its prosperity in the United States, Bud Light sought to expand its reach internationally. Leveraging Anheuser-Busch's extensive distribution network, the brand gradually entered global markets, introducing its distinctive taste to consumers worldwide. In July 2008, Anheuser-Busch agreed to be purchased by InBev, a multinational drink and brewing company based in Belgium. The deal was for approximately $52 billion, and it led to the Busch family amassing a net worth of $18 billion, making them the 16th richest family in America. Bud Light's rise to prominence was not only fueled by its exceptional product, but also by its strategic marketing campaigns that were used by parent company Anheuser-Busch since the 1800s. Memorable slogans and iconic commercials during major sporting events ingrained Bud Light into the cultural fabric of America. These strategies helped solidify the brand's position as a household name and propelled its market dominance. But soon that would all change. In early April 2023, Bud Light sent transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney a handful of beers, with one of them being a custom can featuring her image. Dylan then recorded a video for social media using said beers to celebrate both March Madness and his first year of womanhood. It was part of a paid sponsorship deal, promoting a sweepstakes challenge where people could win money from Bud Light.
I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers! Go team! Whatever team you love, I love too. Okay. Love ya. Okay, break a leg.
The video soon caught the attention of users online. American artist Kid Rock released a video punching back at Bud Light by calling for a boycott and used an MP5 submachine gun to shoot at stacks of their beer. The views stacked up with over 100 million between various platforms, and talk of Dylan's sponsorship with Bud Light was soon flooded over social media, including Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, with the charge being led on lesser-known right-leaning sites such as Truth Social, Gab.com, and Patriots.win. News outlets picked up on the controversial situation, and investors took notice. InBev's stock price dropped a whopping 20% in May, wiping out roughly $27 billion in market capitalization. The sales of Bud Light were obliterated week after week, dropping 29.5% in the week ending on May 20th compared to the same period last year, and 28.5% for the week ending on June 17th. Marketing Vice President Alyssa Heinerscheid, the first woman to lead in the brand's history, did a telling interview before the disaster. She explained that without young drinkers coming to Bud Light, they would have no future, and expressed disdain at Bud Light's fratty reputation. Bud Light clearly angered a large part of their customer base, and the boycott shows no sign of stopping. Bud Light put out a vaguely apologetic statement, stating that they never intended to be part of a discussion that divides people, and that they are simply in the business of bringing people together over a beer. This officially turned the media firestorm into a PR disaster. Trans activists accused Bud Light of abandoning support for marginalized communities, with many gay bars pulling Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch beers from their product offerings. The backlash heightened when it was rumored that marketing VP Alyssa Heinerscheid was fired. Bud Light denied this report. It's incredible how one marketing stunt can taint a company's 160-year history of unwavering success. Bud Light injected itself into a growing culture war, and it's likely that at least a quarter of Bud Light's US customer base will not return as a result. The saving grace for Anheuser-Busch and parent company InBev is their diversified portfolio. Many of their beverages are brands with names that have no affiliation with Budweiser or Bud Light. But for Bud Light specifically, the consequences could be dire. The drastic drop in sales may result in serious implications on the efficiency of their supply chain and distribution network. Their brand could be crippled for eternity, but only time will tell how it plays out. I hope you enjoyed. There's more videos on the screen that I think you may like. I have more episodes coming out soon, all about the world of business and economics, so feel free to subscribe to stay tuned.